2022, something extraordinary was happening across Nigeria. Young people, frustrated, hungry for change, took to the streets, not in protest, but in hope. In Kaduna, in Enugu, in Port Harcourt, even outside Wadata Plaza in Abuja, thousands marched to PDP secretariats across the country, chanting one name, Peter Obi. Their message was clear: give him the presidential ticket, give us a future. It wasn't just a demand, it was a warning. The youth were choosing their leader, but the PDP was playing a different game. Behind closed doors, something else was brewing: a zoning controversy, a power play, and one man, Nyesom Wike, who would stand in the way. This is the story of how the PDP betrayed its youth, blocked Peter Obi, and may have cost itself and Nigeria the future the people wanted, and eventually handed APC the victory in the 2023 elections.
So, but do you think that, because the conversation also surrounds the issue of what is it, 2023 and the power shift, the agitation we see from the different ethnic groups or different sections of the country about some people thinking that they are not being fairly treated or they're not being given a fair a chance of fair participation in the activities in the country. Do you think those agitations are about 2023, or how do you think these can be the agitation and the tension can be doused ahead of 2023? Will power shift in 2023 douse the tension? And if you think so, where do you think the power should shift to?
Sharon, I hope you know I am one of the strong members of a strong political party, and that is the People's Democratic Party. And I will walk along the line of my party's position at the end of the day. I watched last night the views of the different sociocultural groups when they met in Abuja, the Afenifere, the Pandep, the Middlebelt Forum, and talked about the shift. There's nothing wrong in that. But like I've said, I'm a member of a political party. It will be very, very discouraging and for me now, as a member of my party, to say that, look, this is what it should do when the party has not called for a meeting for us to discuss on that. Definitely.
Let's start with the elephant in the room: zoning. For decades, PDP operated an informal rotation system between North and South Nigeria. In 2023, the South was due since a Northerner, Buhari, had just finished his 8-year tenure. More so, the Southern PDP governors were very vocal and wanted a Southern candidate. Atiku, to his credit, was reportedly open to stepping down if the party zoned the ticket to the southeast. His reason was because two zones from the south had led Nigeria since the return to democratic rule in 1999. That would have cleared the path for Obi, and given the rising demand across Nigeria's youth population, it seemed like a logical move. But guess who opposed it? Wike. According to key insiders, he pushed for zoning to be open to all Southerners, not specifically the Southeast, and even pushed for the race to be thrown open to everyone. That was when Atiku decided to contest.
To what we hear every day, even from the party, there is this wild-held belief that he wants to run in 2027 for presidency. And for him to succeed in that, he has to put a chairman. But the chairman he will want to put will have to then undermine the party's progress, because that will pave way for a new order for the 2023 election that he wants to run. Those who say that, I never said that, but those who said that have furnished facts to support it. For example, Peter Obi moved to Labour Party, and the Obedient movement came as a result of the conduct of Governor Wike, because Peter Obi was frustrated out of the party in Anambra State by Chris Uba, owing to the position that was held by Governor Wike, as people are saying. The whole gamut of power zoning here or there started with Governor Wike. He virtually had everything he wanted. He brought this chairman. And when a discussion was being done in the party that power should be zoned, I recall very well, Atiku Abubakar said if the power, he was inclined, if it was going to be zoned, he was inclined that it should be zoned to either southeast or northeast. Because he said these are the two geopolitical zones that have not benefited. Then he said if it was ever zoned to the southeast, he was not going to run. The movement then was it should be micro-zoned to the southeast among stakeholders from the southeast. He frustrated it because he was interested. He influenced the emergence of leaders that sat in committees, whether committee for party position or committee for elective office. At his behest, a recommendation was made that it should be thrown open, evidently because he is not from the southeast. That led to the departure of Peter Obi. Otherwise, Peter Obi today, if the zoning thing was followed, Peter Obi, or probably the former SGF, would have emerged as presidential candidate of the party.
But the argument on Wike's team, is a bit different from what you've just analyzed. That in fact, the blame, the exit of Peter Obi and Kwankwaso from the PDP on Iyorchia Ayu. And that when they got a signal, that the party got a signal that these two people were going to leave, that the national chairman just dismissed them and felt that they didn't matter in the scheme of things and allowed them to go. So you are blaming the exit of Peter Obi on Wike now.
Yeah, I am saying that positions that Governor Peter Obi has held in the past at every given point, like the shifting of the goalposts, has had its own consequential effect on members of the party. The idea that frustrated Peter Obi out was because there was never going to be an opportunity for the Southeast. If there was, he would have stayed, no matter what, because he believes in his popularity. When it was in fact zoned, when it was in fact opened, Atiku decided to participate. Because if you leave it open, that means everybody has a right to participate. During the electioneering process, if you recall, and I think media, they've covered it, Governor Wike was overwhelmingly convinced that he was going to win. You recall he went around the country. On that day, you remember what he said? I am a loyal party member. I will abide by the decision of the party. Whichever way it goes, I will support the party and I will support to its success. So when you talk about betrayal, you also need to look at whether you have betrayed yourself, betrayed the party, or betrayed the people. You see, because the political party is a party of everyone. Let me tell you something about life. Because he's a Christian, I will probably have the...
That shift killed any consensus around Obi. Now, here is what the public didn't see. The PDP primary was never going to be about people. It was about delegates. And delegates, they don't tweet. They don't have time. Like it or not, they listen to two things: money and power. Atiku's camp had both. Obi's camp, not so much. Wike's camp, both, of course. Obi, known for his frugality and clean politics, refused to engage in vote buying. But that refusal came at a cost. While the streets were chanting his name, the halls of party power, while the streets were chanting his name, the halls of party power were calculating costs, and Obi wasn't paying. Obi's popularity was real and rising fast. His followers, nicknamed the Obedients, were young, tech-savvy, and energetic. They dominated Twitter, now known as X, flooded Instagram, Facebook, and organized organically across the globe. For the first time in Nigerians' history, Nigerians across all walks of life, within Nigeria and in diaspora, flew back home to obtain their voters' card and vote, all at huge personal cost. But the PDP didn't understand them. Worse still, it didn't respect them. To some party insiders, Obi wasn't a team player. He didn't bend to old ways. He didn't lobby godfathers. And in the PDP, that made him dangerous. A system built on control wasn't about to hand the reins to a reformist backed by a noisy youth movement. And now let's talk about Wike. According to some PDP stalwarts, including Atiku's own campaign spokesman, they admitted Wike was instrumental in the exit of Obi. Atiku was ready to step down if the party zoned the ticket to the southeast. But Wike made sure that didn't happen. Wike, as a sitting governor, had the largest and effective financial war chest and was already outbidding every PDP presidential candidate in the 2023 elections. Nothing, only time stood between him and the tickets. Sadly, he learned that money alone wasn't sufficient when his bosom friend, Tambuwal, stepped down for Atiku and Wike lost the PDP presidential primaries to Atiku. He was bitter and frustrated. He had invested so much and never imagined what happened. Why did Wike not allow Obi have the tickets? A move that many still agree would have given PDP a huge victory in the 2023 presidential election. Was it strategy or something deeper? Many believe Wike viewed Obi as a threat to his own national ambitions. Some insiders even whisper it was jealousy that Wike couldn't stomach Obi's rising popularity with the youth. Others say it was about control. Wike wanted a candidate he could influence. Obi didn't fit that mold. Whatever it was, neither of them got the tickets. As the PDP prepared for its primaries, Peter Obi made a bold move. He left. Just days before voting, he exited the PDP and joined the little-known Labour Party. His reason? The structures are incompatible with the vision I have for Nigeria. He was in essence saying the PDP was too compromised to accommodate genuine change. And from that moment, everything changed. The obedient movement exploded. PDP, it was left to explain how it lost the most energetic political base in modern Nigerian history. There was one more layer we can't ignore: ethnic bias. Since Nigeria's return to democracy in 1999, no Southeasterner has been president. Some PDP leaders believed that the region couldn't deliver votes. Others feared northern backlash. Instead of confronting this injustice, they tiptoed around it and sacrificed the most qualified man in the process. Obi wasn't just the people's choice. He was the symbol of equity that would have unified Nigeria. Denying him was a damaging message, and young Nigerians heard it loud and clear. After Obi's departure, the PDP faced the obedient tsunami. Across cities, campuses, and cyberspace, Obi became a phenomenon. PDP lost Lagos, lost Abuja, lost Anambra, lost Benue. Even in traditional strongholds, voter enthusiasm vanished. One young man said, "Wike will go down in history as the worst political actor ever in Nigeria." One decision, blocking Obi, had cost them the future. Because the youths, they didn't forget, they moved on. So let's ask the hard question. Why did Wike block Peter Obi? Was it strategy? Maybe. Was it selfish ambition? Most likely. Was it jealousy? Possibly. Obi was everything Wike wasn't. Calm, precise, loved by the youth, not tied to political excesses, a silent achiever. Wike may have seen in Obi not just a rival, but a mirror, one that reflected what Nigerian politics could be if it ever broke free of people like him. In the end, PDP didn't just lose Peter Obi, they lost the trust of a generation. And that may take decades to recover if they would ever recover it. This is Fix Africa News Network Special Edition. Was Peter Obi betrayed, or did he outgrow the PDP? Was there something PDP would have done to ensure Obi got the ticket? Will Wike look back in years to come and wish he let Obi have the ticket? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. This is just the beginning. Nigeria's political future is being written. Are you paying attention?